I've gotten so many questions from folks over the last few days saying, what can I do to manage this overwhelming barrage of emails pouring into my inbox? And I agree, there have been a lot of emails since we entered this temporary shutdown period. This is the first time we've ever had to do all of our communicating by email without the convenience of walking to someone's office or walking to the classroom next door. So I understand just how overwhelming it can be. There's also the concern of how much email should I save? Teachers in particular have gotten a lot of messages from parents, and we're not exactly sure how much we need to save for documentation purposes, or maybe if we need to make a reference to that later when we write to the parents again. So I thought I would put this together just to give you a little shortcut kind of setup that you can do. This is what I'm doing, and I don't know if it will work for you, but I just needed a way to organize all of this stuff for myself. So here's what I'm doing. Uh, First of all, yes, you could delete it or archive it. It would be saved on Craig's website, so it's not like it's going away forever. But that really is dumping it into a big vat, and we would have to search and find things later. That's not my style. I like to see my organization. So here's what I've done. Over here next to Inbox, if you click that little triangle-y, arrowy thing, whatever that's called, it will open up and you will see all of the folders that you've ever created. And I have quite a few because I sort things by different categories. But right here at the top, you can see that I have added 8 folders just in the couple of weeks that we have been shut down. And that's so that I have some organizational structure. As emails come in and I answer them and process them, or even if I just need to save them for reference, I have a place to put them so that I know the things that relate to Google Classroom is in one place, the things that relate to setting accounts for people is in one place, and so forth. If you've never created a folder over here, you do it simply by right-clicking on Inbox and saying Create New Subfolder, and it will give you an opportunity to, oh, didn't mean to close it up, it will give you an opportunity to name your folder. Now, I put numbers in front of the ones that I'm accessing all of the time right now. Otherwise, it would put them into alphabetical order, and things that I'm using a lot, like shutdown and resources, would drop way down that list, and I don't want to have to search for them right now. I'm just too busy for that. So these are high priority. There's a lot of emails every day. I want places right here where I can file away messages and know that I can go back and get them at a later time. So how do I put messages in there? Well, certainly, let's say after I answered this email from Laura, I could just take that and drag it right over into the appropriate folder. And it would be there. I would be able to find it later. But there might be a different way to do that. And there are actually several. So let me show you some shortcuts. One is if I want to stick one over there, I can click the Move menu and choose the folder I want it to go to, and it will pop right in there. Another option, this little folder icon right here means Move To. I can move it to where I want it to go. But that works great. As I'm processing an email, I'm done with Frida, move it to where it needs to go. I'm done with Laura, move it to where it needs to go. But I get a lot of messages that I don't need to read right now. I've been added as a teacher in 8 or 9 Google Classrooms, and that means I'm getting everything that gets posted in that classroom. Every assignment by the teacher, every message by the teacher, every post by the OT or the PT or the speech person. It means that I get every response from every parent, every response from every student. And if I don't read the messages and just stick them over in the folder, a little number pops up to tell me how many unread messages are over there, just in case I need to go check. And you can see just today, 131 unread messages. That's how many of those messages came through my inbox. I don't want to read them. I don't need them right now. I might need them for reference later, so I'm hanging on to them. But I also don't want to spend my time dragging 131 emails or clicking Move To on 131 emails. So I create a rule. and that solves my problem. Here's how I do that. If I want to make a rule for this email from Laura, I could simply come way over here to these three little dots and choose Create Rule. And now it's going to say always move messages from Laura Kelleher to this folder. And I can select the folder I want it to go in. So I could choose any folder in my list. A few will show up, but I can search because I know there's things farther down. But choose the one you want. I'm going to say I'm going to put it in tech, and I click OK, and it'll say, do you want me to start doing this right now with things already in your inbox? Sure, why not? And I click it, it will clean that right out of there. But not only did it clean it out now, but every message I get from Laura going forward will not show up in my inbox. It will show up as an unread message in the tech folder. And then I can pick a time in the day where I want to go and sort through those unread messages. So that's how I'm getting these 131 messages to bypass my inbox. Now, what folders would you want to put over here? If you're a teacher, maybe you want one for each student so that you can sort through and save messages back and forth with family members regarding each student. Or maybe you just need a generic one that says parent communication, another one that says resources that you're gathering to use in your Google Classroom. Whatever breakdown makes sense to you, that's fine. I'm just trying to share with you one tool that can kind of help us manage, because it is overwhelming. It's not going to go away in the next few days, so we might as well get really good at managing all of these emails, and hopefully this trick will help you.